There we go. Hey guys, happy Monday. I hope you're all having a great day. I was super stoked for this call because I love Team Cup and I just feel a lot of like good energy from everyone coming into it. And I think it's exactly what we needed right now, coming off of kind of a tough month in July, I'd say, for a lot of us, but really feeling a lot of momentum. And I think this is just the time of year that people, a lot of people's kids are going back to school and they're just feeling like, I'm ready to get back to me again. And so that's why I think August is a great time to just kind of start ramping things up, especially with the launch of a new program like Lift More. So I don't have any slides for you today, but I do have some notes I'm going to go over. So today is all about Team Cup strategy, but really this doesn't have to just be about Team Cup. You can take everything that I'm going to share with you tonight, all these strategies and tips and tricks, and they can be stuff that you use throughout the year to help maybe revitalize your business or link arms with a couple coaches and say, hey, let's like pretend like this month's Team Cup and really go all in together. So, but I really think these are things that I've done over the years with doing so many Team Cups that have really helped, just our team camaraderie and our growth and our momentum. So I want to share these things with you. So I have kind of three main tips. And before I get into those, I do want to announce that we are doing a team-wide challenge for Team Cup. I posted on the team page today. It's a post that says Team Cup roll call. And it's for each team, one person in each team, to make a collage of your team together, a photo, and then post it with your team name on that thread. And then every Friday, they send us a point update in our email, and one person from your team can go and update your points on that thread. And then at the end, we're going to get custom tanks made for the winning team with your team name on it. So that'll be a fun little prize for everyone to push for. So it'll be the team with the highest amount of Team Cup points. And remember, those points are derived from Success Club points, rank advancements, and if you're registered for Coach Summit. So easy points to get to register for Coach Summit. Even if you get a refundable ticket, because maybe you're just like on the fence if you're going to go or not not sure if you're able to make it, you can still get a refundable ticket. So that's still something you could help your team out with, getting points that way. But also, everyone should just be at Team Summit next year because it's amazing and it's going to be in San Antonio. Also, I apologize in advance if my phone rings. I might have to answer. It might be my work, but I'll just mute myself if that happens. So I want everyone to make sure that someone on their team posts their graphic with their team name. So we have that going, and I'll pin it to the top of the Team Fired Up team page so we can keep that updated. So the three kind of main things I want you guys to focus on is the first being building your team spirit with your Team Cup team. So obviously creating a fun team name, maybe doing a Zoom. I know some teams have already done this, doing a Zoom with your teammates. And I know it can be crazy to get together with everyone's busy schedule, but find a time when you all can just get on a Zoom for 15, 20 minutes, get to know each other. I know there's people on my Cup team this year that I don't know as well as I know others. So it was fun to just get on a Zoom, talk to them, get to know them, ask where everyone's from, ask about their family life, just get to know each other on a personal level, because it's things like this and also like Summit and in-person events where you really get to know the different members on our team, because we have a great, huge team, but sometimes we don't get to know everybody in every corner of the world. So this is a great way to be able to come together and do that. So build that team spirit. And then find out with your team, what is the best way that you guys are going to communicate with one another? Because I know a lot of people, they're not on Facebook Messenger, or they're only in the DMs on Instagram. So create a group thread or even a text. Maybe you guys know that you're just going to do better communicating through a group text thread than you would if it was on Facebook Messenger. So talk to each other and see what's going to be the best route for you guys to stay connected all month long. And then use those group threads to just communicate, ask questions, share ideas, challenge each other. I love when someone puts up, like today in my group, Candace was like, let's all be accountable for when we do our power hours throughout the day. Or say, I'm going to send 10 invites today. I want everyone to do it by the end of the day with me. Or in our group, I said, I want everyone to get 2 SC points on the board by the end of this week. So use those group threads for multiple different reasons, for advice, for inspiration, for connection, and to challenge each other. And then again, find what mode of communication is going to work best for your team that you guys will be consistent with checking in on. The second tip is to set a team goal. So I don't know if you guys saw, but one of the prizes, well, if you just hit Success Club on your own and you're on the Team Cup team, you get the access to Brendan Burchard, which he was our keynote speaker at Summit and was just everything I needed to hear. He's amazing. I also shared about him a little bit last week on the team call, but that's a great prize for everyone to strive for. But also, if all 5 of your team members hit Success Club in the month of August, you each get a $100 bonus. Like, that's it, $100 bonus. Like, that's pretty awesome. On top of the commission you're obviously going to be making from hitting Success Club as well, which is selling total solution packs or products on Home Direct. So see what you want your team goal to be. And maybe you're going to go for like a group point total. Maybe you want to get 50 points. So then break that down and what does that look like for each team member and what do they need to hit to make that happen? Are you going to have rank advancements happen on your team? I know it's not always easy when you get to like pushing for that, not as easy, excuse me. It's not complicated, but it does take a little bit more effort to get from like that emerald to diamond rank, but it's still only 12 preferred customers that you have to get. So if you're signing up, you know, as many people as you ever did because it's Team Cup month, it is completely possible to go from an emerald coach to a diamond coach in Team Cup month. Actually, it's more likely to do it in Team Cup month than any other month of the year. So don't sell yourself short. It is possible. We're at the first of the month. Anything is possible, especially, like I said, on the heels of a huge launch with Lift 4 and with it being Cup month and having the support of your team. All right, tip number 3 is to make a plan. So that's great that we set a goal. Now we kind of want to reverse engineer that into what our marketing plan is going to be for the month. What are you going to be inviting to? So for instance, I'm going to be inviting to a Lift More group that I have coming on mid-month on August 15th that I'm starting. I sent out an email about it today. I posted to my stories. I'm trying to entice people, getting them curious and interested in the program. I'm also going to go back because I was around when Lift 4 launched. I'm going to go back to see all my people who did Lift 4 with me and reach out to them and see if they want to do Lift More. So just create a plan and set a start date. That's really important too, because like I said, you're going to want to reverse engineer how you're inviting to that group. If you have a group starting next Monday, that doesn't really give you all that much time if you haven't been inviting already. If you just decide today, I'm going to start a group next Monday, that doesn't quite give you enough time to invite, have the conversations, and help people get signed up with their total solution packs. So make sure you're giving yourself enough time. Candace on my team had a great strategy that she's going to invite to the Lift More group, but then also be planning ahead for a post Labor Day Back to Basics boot camp where everyone is kind of an open program group. So she always, she's inviting to Lift More, but then she also has something to continue to invite to generate more sales and more total solution packs sold and helping more people get started that way. So pick a date, reverse engineer it, and have something to invite to. That's really, really important. And don't feel like you have to go it alone. This is the whole point of Team Cup. Team up with your group members. Some of my group members aren't going to do Lift 4 with me, but they're going to start another group and team up together and host that. So don't feel like you're all, you have to come up with something from scratch, especially if you're a new coach. Link arms and do it with a coach that's maybe more experienced in running a group. Other things you can do to kind of build that excitement and inviting is like little free challenges. And these would be great to do this week or next, like a 7-day ab challenge, a 5-day water challenge, like very simple things that you invite people to just to get them started and to get them kind of rolling in the health and fitness, like motivation and accountability, kind of the platform that we work on, right? So help them get started with something to drive interest, to just get them in, to then you can start talking to them about like, okay, well now that you did this 5-day water challenge, you're feeling great, you're sleeping better. Now what's your long-term goal? Now what's next? Like, do you have a plan in place to keep this great momentum and how you're feeling going? So those are great ways to get people kind of a foot in the door with a little less risk with them investing up front and making sure they really like the whole group mentality and how you run things. But again, not everybody that you reach out to has to join a BOD group either. It's not everybody's love language to be in a BOD group. Some people just want that one-on-one accountability with you, or maybe they're accountable with another friend, but they just want to get started with that friend and they don't really need you. And that's okay too. It's like, sending your kids off to school, and maybe by like third grade, they don't need you to walk them to the door anymore, even though it makes you sad, but you know that they can do it alone, and they know that you're still there for them when they do need you. So just know that everyone's fitness love language is not the same. So just because maybe you're pushing for a bod group, don't sell people short just because they're like, oh, the group thing's not for me. And then you're like, dang it, I missed a sale, or I missed the opportunity to help this person. You can still help them without them being a part of your bod group. So just keep that in mind too. So those were the 3 main tips, which is build your team spirit, get your team organized, get you guys together, talking, DMing, whatever that communication style is going to be for you. Use your group threads to share ideas and ask questions and to challenge each other. Set your group goal now, so you can also move on to step 3, which is making a plan on how you're going to reach that goal. Setting dates for challenge groups or bod groups. Are you going to host a free group? Are you going to rock lift more? What are you doing to help drive people in and start inviting to what you have going on for the month of August? And then some bonus tips. I just think these would be fun things to incorporate for Team Cup, is like team building and team bonding. Maybe you do a weekly Zoom call or a Zoom call, every other week, just a couple times throughout the month, where you're just checking in and you're like, okay, what's going well? What's struggling? Where are we struggling? Who needs help with what? What can we do better? Are we on track for our goals? Just to really keep us in it. Because I think it's so easy when things aren't going our way to just retreat, and you feel paralyzed and you're like, well, this isn't going how I thought it would go. And instead of really pouring in and leaning into your group, you kind of pull away. So I want to really encourage you guys not to do that. No one is here to judge you. No one is here to make you feel bad because maybe you feel like you're not pulling your weight. This is a team sport, and that's what you have to remember. Everyone's in it together. So keep that team bonding and team building going. Another fun thing you can do is create like a team reel. I don't know if you've seen the ones where people like pass their water bottle or their Energize off the screen, and then the next person catches it. And, I've also done the one where you like go from above and you drop a thing of Shakeology or whatever, and the person catches it. So there's just fun reels. You can search on Instagram some fun group ideas. We've also done one in the past where it's like the different stages of each person waking up and starting their workout routine in the morning. Like one person presses their alarm clock, one person's then tying their shoes, one person's turning on their workout, and the next person's working out. So there's just really fun things you can get creative with that don't have to be super complicated. Just throw some music over the top of it and mash some clips together. So I think doing some fun reels would just be a great way to kind of connect. Make sure you're tagging each other on your social media platforms too. So that team spirit, that team vibe is still alive each day when you're posting your workout or your sweaty selfie or whatever it is. Another thing you can do is some team challenges within your group, within your team of 5. I really love the Go for No tracker. If you just Google Go for No Beachbody tracker, it's just a block of 50 boxes, and basically you're on a race to see who can get told no more times. Like 50, I think it's 50 times, who can get 50 no's first. And that's going to be a measure of people who are actually getting a lot more yeses, because you're inviting a lot more people. So that's a fun challenge you guys could do. You could do a challenge of who earns the highest Success Club points overall. Maybe you come up with a fun prize you guys are going to do within your team. Maybe you could do everybody puts $5 in, and everyone who hits Success Club could win the pot, or if y'all hit Success Club, you just get your $5 back. Just kind of like a little skin in the game. I don't know if there's gamblers out there or people who like to have a little more risk, but I think that would be a fun thing to do too. And then again, I'm going to drive this point home because I think it's really, really important. Be sure to communicate with your teammates. Don't compare. Don't worry if you're brand new. Don't worry if you think your coach has just got it all going on and their posts are perfect, because I guarantee they do not think they have it going on and that their posts are perfect. They struggle too. And don't feel down if you're struggling. Don't pull away. No questions are dumb. Lean into your group and just crush it from start to finish and have fun, because Team Cup is fun. So that is kind of the bulk of my tips. If you guys have anything you want, I would love to hear if you guys are doing something on your team that's really fun, or if you have ideas or questions, please feel free to unmute yourselves. I'd love to hear them. Not all at once. I know.
Hey, Kim, I was just gonna encourage people to, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna encourage people to get into the power hours. Like if you've never done a power hour with the team, or like find a time that works, like those are gold.
Yes.
I know lots of different ones are happening. So don't be afraid of those. They're really helpful.
Yes, good point. I know Steph does hers at 5:30.
Yes, 5:30 to 6:30. I've miraculously woken up every time. So PT, that's Pacific time. So
Okay.
yeah, join me. It's nothing. We're just going through the daily activity tracker. It isn't magic, but it keeps you moving. So you stop getting lost.
Yes, stop scrolling and actually do the things. And also, if that time doesn't work for you, talk to your group members. Maybe you and just your group can do one together. That's perfect too. I know Michelle had shared a really great posting template, like a 7-day. I'm going to put myself on mute for 1 second, you guys. Sorry.
I'll mention it. So she was talking about this 7-day posting challenge that Michelle had, and we're working on this where it's a loop. And I can put it on the team page, but it's, let me see how quickly I can find it. Basically in 7 days, you just kind of go through it. You tell on the first day, you tell your fitness journey. Another day you do the behind the scenes, then you do your workout space, then your personal growth, you get outside, something you do for fun, and your coaching journey. And then you start it over again with your fitness journey. So like, and it can be something different every time. It's just so you're not posting the same thing all the time. It's a really great challenge. So yeah, I'm sorry, Kinsey. I thought I thought it was going to take you longer.
Oh, no, it's okay.
So
it's always
anyway.
a quick call. I love that, because I think sometimes we think we're saying the same thing over and over again, which it's kind of okay if we are, because not everyone's paying as much attention to us as we think they are, except for maybe the coaches that watch us, because we like to follow each other. But just don't be afraid if you feel like you're being a broken record, because I guarantee you're not. I have people who I'll share the same thing 4 times, and then by the 4th time, they're like, what? Like, it's just something new that struck them about the same thing I've said. So just don't be afraid to share the same thing kind of over and over again in a different way. And I was telling my team too, like, we say this all the time too, but don't be a Beachbody billboard, right? In those posts that you're sharing, like Steph said, it's a lot more like lifestyle stuff. So you're talking about how Beachbody's incorporated into that, but you're not putting the Beachbody logo everywhere. Of course, like I posted Lift 4 promo videos today. That's different. I want people to know about this program, but I'm not like holding my Shakeology up or, anything super drastic like that. Obvious, I guess. I can share that, Karen. I have the graphic for it. I'll share it on the team page of that posting plan. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Yeah. My call was just that I got to be on call for work. That was all. It wasn't anything too exciting. Oh. But I'm just happy I get to be on call.
Oh, good.
Yay. Yes. Everyone had their babies already, so I'm good. Until the next one walks through the door. But yeah, thank you guys for being on tonight. So if you guys can spread the word to your teams about getting those graphics up with your team names. And Kelly also shared a prize. There's lots of prizes this month. A prize that she's doing for she's doing a volume challenge. So we focus a lot on Success Club points, but volume is also important too, because it drives our income through commissions and through Team Cycle bonuses if you're Emerald or above. So she's doing a challenge that every time you hit 500 PV in your business, you get your name entered into the drawing for the month of August. So if you get 500 a week, you get in there 4 times, 4 weeks. And it's for these really cute Nikes that I posted up on the team page yesterday. So I know I'm going to be pushing for those because I like them. Oh, Dakota, do you focus more on reels or stories, or do you just use one? I do stories and reels. I say I do more reels than I do picture posts anymore. So my reels are kind of my posts, or when I talk about my journey, or one of my pillars is kind of like how I feel like you don't have to cut a lot of big things out of your life, restriction, alcohol, whatever, you can still be healthy and find a healthy balance. So I talk about that a lot in my posts, but I post that in reels in funny ways because that's just kind of my personality. But you can simply put up a picture without doing a reel if it's not in your wheelhouse yet. But also don't overcomplicate reels. They do not have to be you voicing over, lip syncing, or dancing. It can just be you working out and with some music over the top of it. And then, yeah, I just definitely would focus on stories. Oh, go ahead, Steph.
Well, I was just in regard to that. I had some kind of a bug on my laptop. Sorry. In regard to that, I was telling Abby about one of the great gals that I finally got to meet at Summit. And I said, her voice was different than I expected it to be. I know it's a silly little thing, but I was like, let me play her voice. And as I went through, I could not find one video of her voice, not one. They were all voiceovers. So, so let people get to know you. Let them hear your voice. Let them, be funny and do the BOAF or whatever, but also sometimes talk. Stacy, you do a really good, where's Stacy? She's on.
Yeah.
When you just talk, it doesn't have to be long or anything amazing, but occasionally let people hear you.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, okay. Anyway, I think that's my advice for
that. Yeah, I love that. That's so true. And I think that's stories to me. That's where people get to know me. But my reels are kind of like just how I kind of spread some of my messages of my humor or my fit tips or my workouts.
Yeah, you need them both. I should have muted. Sorry.
That was a good reminder. And it's hard. It's scary to talk, but just talk. You talk all day long. It doesn't make any difference if you're talking into your phone. All right. Well, thank you guys again for hopping on. I'll let everybody go. We're about the 30-minute mark, so I want to stay respectful of your time. But we'll have a team call next Monday. I think Michelle's hosting, and I think it's probably going to be back at the 7 o'clock time slot Pacific. But of course, we'll put reminders up on the team pages before then. So happy Monday. Happy August 1st. Let's go crush Team Cup. Yay. Have a good night, everybody.